Guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a public apology by this Gentile brother who recognizes the mistakes and the lies that he's been told all along. He also recognizes the fact that black people are the true Hebrew Israelites. And it's not just about being the true Hebrew Israelites. Just listen to his message. It's going to reveal a lot of things. And if you're a person who have ever doubted yourself or ever doubted that you're the true chosen God's children, then you need to hear this. I don't want to say much. Let's dive right into the video.
Shalom, TikTok. How the hell are you? You know, I was just sitting here talking to Dad. You see, I call Yahuwah, the Hebrew father, Dad, you know, because he adopted me. I'm a Gentile from, Esau, and he adopted me in, so I just call him Dad. You know, and me and him was sitting here talking, and, I know that the dark-skinned Hebrews are the true Jews, the true Israelites, the true chosen ones. I know that the dark-skinned people are the chosen ones. And I sitting here talking to Dad, and I said, boy, you say that they're going to come and worship their feet and know that you love them. And I sitting there thinking, he said, I did spare you from that. And I'm like, well, what do you mean you spared me from that? He said, if you'd have been a lawless Christian, he said, that would have been you too. Those that say they're Jews and are not, are from the synagogue of Satan. So all you Christians that think you're the chosen ones, or think that those white folk over there in that V-shaped country over in the Middle East, see, the V is the mark of the beast. So all the ones over there that think they're the chosen one, well, my dad, Yahuwah, the dark-skinned creator, that is the one that's going to make the Christians come and worship the true dark-skinned, indigenous, black men and women's feet. So he told me, he said, I spared you from that because you acknowledged it and, and respect it, then I'm not going to make you do it. So for following his laws and obeying him, I love my dark-skinned brothers and sisters, man. These are some of the most wonderful people on the planet. There's probably truthfully more of them than they are of us. When it gets right, look what's been done to them. While I'm thinking about it, I want to apologize for my ancestors, what they did to you guys, the horrific things that were done to you, man. I've done some deep studies, and this couldn't be any worse. It couldn't be any worse. You know what, the babies, alligator bait, all those things. I want to apologize for my ancestors, and just horrific things. I want to publicly apologize for what my ancestors did to Yahuwah's chosen people. But anyway, I wanted to get on there and let y'all know that, and what I was saying is I love my dark-skinned brothers and sisters, but I sure didn't want to every time I see you get down and kiss your dusty shoes. So I am glad that Yahuwah spared me from that, but man, I so much look forward to eating dinners with you guys, and man, I make probably the best salsa in the world. So I look forward to making that salsa for my dark-skinned Hebrew brothers and sisters, and soon we will be on Yahuwah's mountain all together. So protection in shalom, because we chose to obey the Creator. Everything is upside down and backwards. The world always thought the white man was the chosen ones, when really it was the dark-skinned man and the dark-skinned Messiah, not the long-haired, feminine-looking JC that we see up on the pagan Constantine cross. And we're finding out everything is upside down and backwards. Your words are backwards. Hebrew goes from left to right, right to left. However it is on this camera, it's backwards, but it's opposite from each other. English is opposite and backwards from Hebrew. So they even have you guys speaking backwards with spells and curses. You're completely upside down. I promise you, the more study you do, the more you're going to realize that you're in an upside down world. Good is bad, bad is good. The God that you thought was good is really the bad one. Jesus is Baal, Jezebel. Study about the Jezebel spirit, and then you'll see the spirit in your Christian churches. That's why you have everything that's going on in the Christian church. It's all about the God of money and masons and magic and mystery and masters, slave owners. You ever thought it suspicious that the word slave, if you take the L out, it's save. Save a slave. See, you guys, I started to make a video the other day, yesterday, 9/11. I was thinking, man, all the army, the military, the police force, that they've all died and been injured and wounded to keep us in slavery. It wasn't for freedom. No, sir. No, sir. The military and police protect the elite, not the citizens. We could police ourselves and do a whole lot better job than they do for us, I promise you. The money distribution would be a lot different. But anyway, I just wanted to send you guys that message. And again, I apologize to my dark-skinned Hebrews and brothers for what my horrific ancestors did to them. I choose you guys over them. To make no mistake about it, when the time comes, I'm going with you guys, if you guys will let me. But anyway, I'm going to have to ride in on the backs of one of you guys, so if you would be willing to take me in, I'd sure appreciate. Put your name in the comments, and I'd like to know who you are. Shalom.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you seen for yourself the public apology that the gentleman came out to share with people, and I see that it is important for us to always remember that the Hebrew Israelites are the God's chosen people, and it has always been like that. And I know some people have worked so hard to take this away from you, to make you doubt yourself, to make you doubt who you are, to make you doubt your potential as a black person. And I know this has happened for the longest time, right? And there are a lot of things that have happened in the history of a black person. Talking about the Hebrew Israelites, black Americans themselves, they are the God's chosen people. And I've seen different people trying to argue against this, and some people saying this is just some belief that people who are, enslaved to believe in such kind of things. But see, if it takes a person who has been indoctrinated to see you as an enemy come out, apologize, come out, do a public apology, that's not an easy thing. Like, it really takes more than just confidence. It takes acceptance. It takes, spiritual surrender, that you know that you are imperfect and your history has lied to you. Your history have been telling you that you're perfect, right? So just seeing these people coming out and trying to share this information. And I know he is not the first person who is doing this. But I've seen a couple of white people come out trying to talk about this because they know it's the truth. And you know what? The truth shall always set you free. And I know there are judgment of people who have done the atrocities to enslaved black people, make them go through a lot of things. So generally, this gentleman coming out and talking about this was a bold move. And I know we have some white people who believe, who trust that black people, the Hebrew Israelites, are the God chosen people. And I know this is not something which is easy to accept because it has been more of a debate, and more of people want to prove themselves. People want to show that indeed it's true. And for me, all I can say is that if it takes the enemy to come out and confess and do a public apology, not just an apology, but a public apology, share in the social media where most of the people will see, then I'll say that this is something that is true. It's about time people start believing what God's chosen people say, because they're the most doubted people. And in fact, if we have black preachers who could come and say that in front of people, people could not easily believe. But if it's a white preacher, they'll say, okay. And I don't know why it has to happen to the people of the black community for them to believe that. That's a question that I always ask myself. And I'm seeing to it that this is the time that the truth is coming out. This is the time that people are getting out there. This is the time that people are sharing their truth. According to the prophecies, when the time will come, people will always start saying the truth. And all I'm seeing is that people are saying the truth right now. And as I said, this is not the first white person to see come out, try to apologize in public. We've seen a couple of them trying to apologize. For forgiveness, that's not my say. I let people have different sentiments in what they believe is forgiveness, what's surrounding forgiveness to you, because there is psychology beyond forgiveness. We are asked to forgive, but does that really mean that another occasion will never occur like that? Because black people are dealing with systemic racism until today. So grappling with things around forgiveness and reconciliation that this gentleman is trying to ask for from black people, for me, I'll say that this is just the beginning of choosing the right path. Asking for a reconciliation, if it's genuine, if it's honestly genuine, I'll say that this is the right path for the beginning of seeing change, the beginning of making the world a better place, the beginning of seeing the true change, where we see people beyond color, where we see people as our brothers and sisters, where we put things aside and say that today we want to work together. Today we want to move together. And I believe it begins with that. That's just me. But I know this, I'm not sharing the same sentiments with probably some people who are watching this video. I know that. I know, as a matter of fact, I'm not sharing the same sentiments with you. Some people will not forgive. Some people will not want to hear the apology. Some people will say that he's pretending. I know. Some people will say that they thank God that they are seeing people who are coming out in masses and saying the truth, or saying the unexpected truth, right? So people's opinion, people's reaction towards him definitely will be different. That's what I know. But all I hope is that we'll get to see the spiritual nakedness. Like there is nothing hidden. You come out as clean as you are. So this is your presenter Eugene Duke Stories. As usual, just tell me what to think about this video. Do you think it's genuine? For me, what I've seen, I think he's genuine. He's somebody who knows what he does, because in his page he talks much about Hebrew Israelites and God's chosen people. So most definitely he's a person who has waken up to the reality, and he knows the path that he's choosing. So I'm asking you, what do you feel about this video? What can you say about this video? Do you feel like the apology is genuine, or do you feel like, nah, you're not feeling it? Tell me what you think. I'll definitely want to know how you feel about this. This is a presenter Eugene Duke Stories. If you're watching this video for the first time, I'll ask you to subscribe to the channel. I'll ask you to join my membership and really see what I can offer you. Until then, let's meet on my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.